Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Anonymous, and in this channel, we talk about gang stalking. We talk about how to live your best life while actually going through it somehow, and also about their tactics, their maneuvers, and other things that they do, and ways to overcome them. So, um, my gang stalking is still going on, and I have made a new observation. So, when your mind is tired, regardless of you wanting or not, you become more susceptible to, I guess, to what other people say. And by that I mean, for like the past couple of days, um, my coworkers have been whispering um, things on and on and on. But then there is one point where the whispers stop, and then they actually become thoughts in your head. Like you confuse the whispering with your thoughts, because you kind of just your ears still hear the whispering, and they know this. So whenever, all they have to do in order to have you believe that they're still whispering, what they're gonna do is that they just have to whisper something, and then you're gonna hear it somewhere, and then you're gonna hear it as if it was a thought. So with with time, as this goes on, you become still more and more susceptible. Now, while you are distracted, they are going to be saying things in the background, and those things that they say literally become your thoughts later. It it is not V2K like everyone believes. It is actually that you are somehow absorbing what they're talking, what they're saying, and it goes into your brain, and you actually start hearing it as a voice in your head somehow. um Again, I'm not sure, I'm not completely sure, but this is, the voices are, when the voices are your own thoughts, you can control what they say. But when they're not, when they feel like they're pre-recorded, is because someone said whatever, and then you're hearing it later. But that is because someone spoke it at one time somewhere. So I have been, like, I was going to the gym and I was paying attention, to what the people around the gym were saying, and they kind of, I'm not sure if they accentuate or they whisper a lot of the things that you hear in your voice, but in your head. But a lot of the voices that you hear, or that I've been hearing, belong to people that go to the gym. So they are using phrases very, very repeatedly, and they somehow just get in your head, and then you hear them. It is a mixture of between the voices, between it's a mixture between your experiences and what they say, and when that goes together, your brain puts it together. Now, it is really interesting because they have the ability to say something and have you believe this voice came out of nowhere. So of course they're going to tell you that they do that, the technique that they use in order to put the voices in your head, but and they just have you believe some other lie, like there's V2K technology, when in reality, no, it is a very analog and mechanistic way of having people hear the voices of others. Um, so I just thought it was super interesting how they do it, but just clearing the myths. There is no V2K. There is actually a very, very mechanistic way of people putting putting stories or putting voices in your head. Again, with everything that I talk about here, I'm not 100% certain, but that is extremely likely. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, actually, because there are instances where everyone is talking, and then I try to hear something in between the. Someone is talking to me when there's a lot of noise. Like when someone is talking, like when you're in a room with a lot of people and everyone is talking at the same time, making a lot of noise. I can always find someone who's speaking to me in between those voices, and and that's how they do it. So everyone starts talking, and then there's the accentuate words, the accentuate phrases, and then your mind just hears that, and they replace it later. Um, I thought it was super fascinating. It's super cool how they can do that. But yeah, there's actually a way that they actually do that. Um, what else? I wasn't sure before, but now I have seen it and heard it myself. Like when they're doing it, I've seen them put the voices in my head, you know, and I thought it was really really interesting. Um, that's all I have to say. I think I have nothing else is really happening. Other than just the gang stalking, all I'm doing is just trying to understand the way they do things, so it can be common knowledge. So like that way, if you're somewhere and you see something that is off-putting, and if you know how things are done, um, then you will be aware at least of what's happening to you, and not really believe that it's uh, some type of technology. Also, um, apparently, this is gonna sound crazy, but what in gang stalking doesn't sound crazy? Apparently, everyone seems to be trying to manipulate me in one way or another, like at work, everywhere. I don't know. Do I just have? I feel like I have like a a a sticker on my back that says "manipulate me" for real. It's it's weird. Like one thing I noticed is that um, one way that gang stalkers made me, uh, I guess, overthink was when they would do this thing where they would look in my eye into my eyes and then like widen them, like if they were surprised, like if they saw something, and they were waiting for a reaction from me. So I just like stopped doing it. I didn't react. I was just like I ignored it completely, and I noticed that in their faces they got mad. That they actually expressed anger. But it wasn't like a fake emotion of anger. It's easy to differentiate. Well, it's not easy, but I have had so much experience in between differentiating fake, uh, how do you say, forced emotions and natural ones. So this guy he just looked upset because I didn't react. So um that's how they knew that's how they confirmed that I was using drugs. They would look at me in the eye, like if they saw my eyes all crazy, and then they would just like why, and they were like, "What?" Them like act shocked, and then I would be like, "Oh my god, I look hot," you know. Um, but no, that's just a thing that they do, and the way that I know that that's how they do it is because I didn't react with one guy, and he did the same thing 3 times, trying to force that emotion, that reaction out of me, but he didn't get it. And I thought it was funny because you see everyone is trying to manipulate me one way or another. So I just like acted like nothing. I just like, okay, and they were like tripping, So I thought that was really fascinating, um, because every day I'm finding little things, of a lot of things that they're trying to do to manipulate me. Um, what else? Let's see. Well, right now I'm at a phase where I'm not sure. Well, I really don't care if there's someone moving my car or not. But there are times where like I know that someone's moving my car, and other times where I feel my body producing the sensations of someone moving my car. So there's a difference. Um, and this is the thing. Um, your your mind recreates a lot of things that they do to harass you, like the harassment that they do with like if you're like, there was one time where I was just in my car, and well, one of many times, and then when there's like a light and they pass their hand really quick, because you saw something moving, or to make you like freak out. So, well, I just ignore that because I know that's what they do all the time. I've seen it millions of times. And um, so then your mind starts recreating that. Like when you're just chilling, and then your brain just, and it's just your brain doing that. Like, and there's no one there. You just know there isn't. But your mind, there's a very very small difference. And it's really hard to differentiate. But if you pay a lot of attention, you can see that it's blurry when it's fake. And that's just how it is. Like there's times where you're practically being harassed even when there's no one there. But it's your brain, making um, the sensations, or the visions. It's literally your brain doing that. And that's why they want you to think out loud, because when you think out loud, um, uh, pretty much you're expressing an emotion, and that's when they do the harassment at a particular emotion. Like when you say something, oh, I'm gonna get them or whatever, and then they're gonna be like, damn it, and they're gonna like shake your car to prevent, like, they're scared. And then, like, when you're alone, and they've done this a lot of times, when you're alone and you say something that pulls that emotion, you're gonna feel the pull on the car, and then you can hear a whisper even. So, like, that's when it creates the illusion that you're being followed all the time, that they're by you wherever you park, because your brain is recreating those emotions. That's what gang stalking does. Also, um, I am. Also, give me 1 second. Oh, so all of a sudden, out of the blue, you're gonna start, like, well, I'm gonna tell you what happened. All of a sudden, I was just like sleeping, right, or about to sleep or whatever, and I literally just heard like three people talking behind me, three people, and they were saying things. So, and they always, and it was either when I woke up or whatever, but these voices are people that do not exist. They're just voices that your brain is recreating. I have no idea how they're being created, but I'm sure that or they told, these voices are not real. Like, I know that they were just produced by my mind, and I know that because I have a technique that stops all that. And once I did it, the voices stopped. Like, everything stopped, and I thought that was really really interesting. That my brain was literally making some people, and it was the same voices at the same time, or something like that. I thought it was really interesting. What else? Um, that's it. I think that's all I have to say for today. Those are my new observations. I thought it was super interesting, super cool way of messing with someone's brain, let me tell you. And yeah, I think that's all I have to say for right now. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something new in this video. And guys, we made it to 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. I can officially start making money now. Yay! Now, what else do I have to say here? Um, you guys are amazing, and I really appreciate your comments. Sorry if I haven't been making as many videos as I have been, but I have been busy investigating this stuff for you. What else? Okay, that's it. Wait. Yeah, that's all I have to say for right now. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.